Before we begin, please take a second to write in the comments which state you're listening from and how old you are. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's begin. Every weekday morning at exactly 5:55 a.m., Andrew Miller stood on Platform 4 of the Eastbrook commuter station. The timing never changed, not once in 3 years. The station at that hour felt suspended between worlds. Night hadn't fully let go, and morning hadn't quite arrived. Overhead lights buzzed softly. A janitor pushed a mop across damp concrete. Somewhere, a coffee machine hissed and sputtered like it was still waking up. Andrew liked the quiet. He was 32 years old, single, and lived alone in a modest one-bedroom apartment on Cedar Lane. He worked downtown for an insurance company, handling claims, car accidents, break-ins, medical bills. He saw the damage of life every day, but he kept his own life clean, predictable, and controlled. Same alarm, same shower, same oatmeal, same train. Routine made him feel safe. What Andrew didn't realize was that routine also made him visible. At the far end of Platform 4, where most people never walked, sat a broken wooden bench bolted into the concrete. And on that bench, almost every morning, sat an old man. No one knew his name. Some people thought he was homeless. Others assumed he was just waiting for someone who never came. He wore a heavy wool coat, even in spring, a gray knit cap pulled low, and boots with cracked leather. A wooden cane rested across his knees. He didn't beg, didn't shout, didn't bother anyone. He just watched. Andrew noticed him one freezing January morning. The wind had cut through the platform like a blade, and most commuters huddled closer to the building for shelter. The old man sat exposed, hands trembling. Andrew had already bought his coffee when he saw him. He hesitated, then turned back. He placed the cup and a wrapped bagel beside the man. "Morning," Andrew said. The old man looked up slowly, eyes sharp despite the age in his face. "Stay safe out there, son," he said. That was all. Andrew walked away, feeling strangely lighter. The next day he did it again, and again. Soon it became automatic. One extra coffee, one extra bite of food. They never exchanged names. They never talked about the past. Some people carry stories too heavy for casual conversation. Months passed. Spring arrived, then summer. Andrew noticed something about the old man. He paid attention. Not in a creepy way, in a quiet, alert way. He noticed people who lingered too long. He noticed patterns. Andrew, meanwhile, stayed blissfully unaware. He left work at the same time every night, walked the same route home, unlocked his door at almost the same minute every evening. Predictable. The morning everything changed was a Friday in early October. Rain fell in a thin mist, coating the platform in silver. The train was running late, and commuters grew restless. Andrew handed the old man his usual coffee, but the man didn't take it. His hand hovered, trembling. "Son," the man said softly, "I need you to listen today." Andrew frowned. "That sounds serious." The old man looked straight at him. "Don't go home the way you usually do tonight." Andrew chuckled nervously. "Why not?" "Take the long way. Stay around people, downtown, anywhere but your normal route." Andrew searched his face. "What's going on?" "I'll tell you tomorrow," the man said. "Just trust me this once." The train pulled in with a metallic screech. People surged forward. Andrew hesitated. Everything in him wanted to dismiss it. But something in the man's eyes, something urgent and heavy, stopped him. "Okay," Andrew said.
Just this once." The old man nodded, relief flickering across his face. That evening, Andrew almost forgot. Habit pulled him toward his usual street, but at the last intersection, he stopped. He turned left instead of right. He wandered downtown, ate dinner, scrolled his phone. Time passed. When he finally returned home near 10 p.m., police cars blocked the entrance to his building. Red and blue lights flashed against the walls. His stomach dropped. "Are you Andrew Miller?" an officer asked. "Yes." "There was an attempted break-in at your apartment earlier tonight." Andrew felt the ground shift beneath him. "They caught the suspect, someone who lives in your building." Andrew didn't sleep at all that night. The next morning, he rushed to platform 4. The bench was empty. No cane, no coffee cup. He waited until the train came. Nothing. The second day, nothing. On the 6th day, a railway maintenance worker sat on the bench. "The older man who used to sit here?" Andrew asked. "Do you know him?" The worker nodded slowly. "He passed away 2 days ago. Heart attack. Alone." Andrew stood there, frozen. Weeks later, the police called. The man arrested in Andrew's building wasn't alone. He was part of a small group targeting people with predictable routines. Andrew had been watched for months, saved by someone no one noticed.
Andrew later learned the old man's name. Henry Lawson, former railroad employee, fired years earlier after assaulting a supervisor who was harassing a young woman. She kept her job. Henry lost everything. Now, every morning, Andrew still stops at platform 4. He places a coffee on the bench. Sometimes someone drinks it. Sometimes no one does. But Andrew knows kindness doesn't disappear. It moves forward. Did this story move you? Tell me in the comments which state you're listening from. On your screen now are 2 more life stories I think you'll love. Don't forget to subscribe.